How's it going? Today we're going to take a look at Gemfire, which is a KOEI game. KOEI are a Japanese company that were prolific at making these style of strategy games back in the 80s and 90s. They made a whole bunch. Some of the popular ones were Romancing the Three Kingdoms, Genghis Khan. They did an American Civil War game, French Revolution. Uncharted Waters was another game they made. That was a little bit more of an RPG than a strategy game, but had strategy elements in it. If you check Wikipedia, they did a whole bunch of strategy games. Big old list. This is the DOS version. I think probably the most well-known version is probably for the SNES or the NES. They're both very similar, the SNES and the NES versions. The SNES is really just a graphical upgrade on the NES with some extra dialogue from the characters. Now, it's quite a long intro, so we'll skip forward. But the general gist of the game is there were 7 gems. 6 of them were taken from an evil king by his daughter, and they were scattered across this land here. And each of those 6 gems turned into a wizard. Those wizards are playable units in the game that we can use during the battles. And the 7th gem is a dragon used by the evil king. The game has 4 different scenarios, and I think, well, they all mix up the starting locations and the various different families that are on the map and the characters. And I think they're essentially difficulty levels. If we click through them here, you can see that they change all the starting locations. Anyway, we'll do this first one, Erin and Ander, and we'll just play through maybe 1 or 2 turns and we'll do a battle. Click OK. We'll play as Blanche. They start up here. They've got a pretty safe province right at the top there, so they're quite a safe action to play. You can pick an advisor here, but they're pretty useless. They're just a bit of flavour, really. They each have got their own personalities, but they don't do much. We will begin. So yeah, it's really just a kingdom management game with some turn-based combat when you do the battles. There is a very tiny smidge of RPG in it with the characters. Your characters have some stats, and you can sort of increase those stats through finding items. But anyway, you manage each of your provinces. In your provinces, you've got 3 resources, which are independent to each province. So you've got gold, which looks like a Bitcoin here. You've got apples, which is your food, and you've got your army. And then you've got 3 stats for the province. So you've got happiness here, you've got the fertility of your soil, and you've got the defense value of the county or province. Happiness affects how much you earn in taxes each January, and it also affects the chance of a negative or positive event happening in the county. So you want to try and keep it above 50. The fertility affects how much food you will harvest every September. And the defense value affects how badly random negative events will affect you. I think they also play a role in when you're being invaded. Well, you manage your kingdom with these buttons down the bottom. This is your military tab, so you can use this one to launch attacks, this one to recruit units, this one to move units between your own provinces within your kingdom. And there's a mechanic within the game of having a 5th unit for your army. So all the armies consist of 4 units, but you can, when you launch an attack, choose a 5th unit. We already have a 5th unit as one of the wizards. One of the wizards from the gems that were lost. But you can also hire mercenaries and monsters. So if we go here and hire, we have orcs and bugbears available to us, and they will cost us a certain amount of gold every quarter, I think. But we won't hire those now. This button here, this is sort of our economy management. So this button at the start lets us increase our fertility or our defense at the cost of gold. This button here we can use without ending the turn. And this is just some trading. So prices for food will either be low, average or high. That's how you're going to make most of your money. So you want to buy low and sell high. We'll sell a little bit. Now it's average, so we'll sell 70. This button here gives food to your peasants. Giving food to your peasants increases the happiness. And this cart symbol here lets you move gold and food between your counties. This is our diplomacy options. We can try and request an alliance. We can try and force a surrender. We can sabotage, and we can raid for resources. And then we have some utilities back here. So this is a search function. When we use this, there's a chance that we can find unique items that will increase our stats, our character stats. But it's mainly used for seeing what fifth units your enemies have available. Pressing this button here will let the AI manage the economy of a county and the army. The AI can do some pretty stupid stuff, so it's best not to do that early game. But once you start getting towards the mid-late game, you don't want to be micromanaging all your counties, so you can start switching this on. This lets you move characters between counties, and this will give us information on counties and characters. So we can see what fifth units we have available. At the moment, we've only got one, which is our wizard, Zendor. We can click here. This will tell us what lands we've got. We've got 3, and it will tell us the resources in each one and loyalty, etc. We can look at our family. This is our leader. We've got, I think these are direct family members like princes, and these are just other vassals, and you can see their stats. I think they're out of 100, so most of these stats are quite high. Again, I think we've done quite an easy start. For example, if we were going to launch an attack, we would probably want to use someone like Erin, or... Well, Erin would be the best. He's got 84. No, that's political war. We want to use either Erin or Roland. And if we were doing economic tasks, we would probably use Erin or Roland and Carl. But they're all high. They're all in the 70s or 80s. But this good. 30, not so good. And you can look up a specific person as well. So we can look up Roland. See his political ability, war ability, everything that was on the last screen, but we can also see his age and his fame. I believe the characters in this game can die of old age. At least I think in one of the versions of the game they can. Right, so let's manage our counties and then we'll launch an attack. So what do we do here? We sold some apples. Let's increase our army. We'll buy some troops. No, that's attack. Each troop we hire is 2 gold. So if we get 50, that's about 100 gold. Lord Roland, we're going to do an attack with him soon, but he doesn't quite have a large enough army yet. So what we'll do is we will sell a bunch of his apples. You don't want to go below 50. And the reason is if you've got not much food in a county, it can encourage the AI to attack you. Reason being, you need food to sort of maintain turns in the turn-based combat, and if you run out of food, you automatically lose. That's defending as well as attacking. So if you've got really low food, the AI can sometimes just launch an attack because they know they can starve you out. Right, we'll end the turn here by hiring some men, and I think we'll hire 70. Carl, what's Carl going to do? He's got low happiness, so we'll give the peasants some food. We'll give them half. Boom, it's up to 57. The AI gets to run its turns now. Alright, Lord Carl, where are we? He's number 4. We will get him to move some of his troops over to where we're going to be doing our attack. Might as well move all of them since no gold and no food. Since 4 doesn't neighbour any of our enemies, it's pretty safe to move all the troops out of there. Prince Erin, what is he going to do? What are the prices like now? Prices are low, so we will buy a whole bunch of apples. And we will give them to our peasants. Well, we'll give a few of them anyway. Roland. What is Roland going to do? Well, we're going to launch an attack. We're going to launch an attack on County 1 here. And we'll take 200 of our troops. Yeah, that's fine. Take Zendar as our 5th unit. Oh no, we don't have enough food. Hang on a minute. I can buy the food we need. Give me a second. We don't want to buy... What was it? Was it 35 gold we needed to launch an attack? That should be enough food, yeah. Attack this one. Go in with a bunch of troops. That's fine. There we go, just enough food. And the combat is turn-based. Now, it's probably my biggest complaint of the DOS version is the combat is pretty clunky and slow. So you'll select a unit and then you have to click each individual square to move them. And then you have to click wait to sort of confirm that you want them there. And if you forget to do that, sometimes they ping straight back to where they were before. It's much faster. The whole game just plays a lot faster on the NES and the SNES versions. The DOS version definitely comes across a bit tedious. I think it's definitely the sort of game, if you've got a retro handheld device, great game if you're traveling or on a train, on holiday or on a long flight. I think a lot of the KOEI games are like that, but would I personally want to sit down and play this all weekend? Probably not. Let's move this up. And if I was, I'd play probably the NES or the SNES version. I think I've got some more nostalgia for the graphics on the NES and the SNES version, but I don't know if you can really say that they're better. Maybe the SNES version. I'll put some clips up at the very end of those two versions just so you can get a little bit of a comparison. Now I wonder if he's going to attack me with his knights. He didn't even move them. So there's a flanking mechanic where you can attack from the side or the rear and you'll do extra damage, which is what we're going to do now. Okay, we can move our archers up too and attack their archers. The foot knights and the footmen, they can build fences, which is a bit more useful on maps. They've got more natural choke points. So some maps have rivers and bridges on them. These are little attack animations. They look best on DOS, but again, they play out a lot faster on the console versions. Okay, and I think our wizard can do an attack here. Yep. Completely wiped out those footmen there. Okay, would be the turn. Okay, and the defender gave up and retreated. And I think because he retreated, we didn't get to capture his lord or his vassal that was there. If you do capture a vassal, then you've got an option to ransom them for food or gold. Anyway, that, in a nutshell, is pretty much Gemfire. You carry on managing your kingdom and taking over more provinces and building up your armies and getting more interesting 5th units and wizards. I will now just take a very quick look at the NES and the SNES versions, so I will be right back. So the graphics, I don't know. I don't know if you can say the graphics are necessarily better, but I prefer them. Yeah, do the same thing. Doesn't matter on the advisor. Yeah, we'll begin. I'll just launch a fight straight away just so we can see what the battle scene looks like. You take 48 units of food. See, I quite like this. I know it might not be as graphically. And there, see, that's better than the DOS version. Get a little animation as they move as well. It's quite nice. Is the flag here? Is the flag underneath this? Oh yeah, okay, the flag mechanic's still in this one. I don't know if there's much mechanically different between the three versions of the game, so I don't think there is. But yeah, if we try to fight this, we'd get absolutely wrecked because they've got a dragon. And there's not much we'll be able to do against that. But anyway, yeah, that's the NES version, and then we'll look at what I think is probably the best version of Gemfire, which is for the SNES. The SNES version also gives a bit more character to the characters in the game. There's a lot more text. And then it's pretty much the same game. But here, yeah, you get a little bit of flavor text on what the different scenarios are. Zendor's our wizard. Right, we can pick our advisor. We'll pick Jade this time. It looks like the AI gets to start before us in this version. Alright, let's launch an attack. Attack which territory? Let's attack this one. Don't think these guys got a dragon. Take them all. Yeah. Zendor, Master of Lightning. Yeah, that'll do. How many days? Go for 5. Yeah, it's fine. Select unit. Move where? Okay, it's got to go around that thing there. I think those are fences. Back in the day, this game must have, you know, offered you an awful lot of hours. Got a lot of bang for your buck. But I think a lot of the KOEI games were like that. You could sink a lot of hours into them. Yeah, I think these NES and SNES versions would be ideal if you're traveling. Yeah, see, look how much faster that plays out compared to the DOS version. So tell us how much time is possible. Yeah, day 1. Yeah, okay, so it does tell us. Can these guys get up close enough to launch an attack? No. Yeah, we'll just end the turn there. There we go, won the battle. The defenders retreated. Did we take the dude? We did. We've got him for ransom. What do we want? Food or gold? Yeah. Well, actually, the smart thing to do is probably food, because you can wait till the price of food is high and sell it. So, but there we go. That was a quick look at the couple of different versions of Gemfire. Thanks very much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Cheers.